Mental health is a word that we are all pretty familiar with nowadays. It's rare that a day goes by without us seeing it somewhere on the TV, in a newspaper, or on our social media feeds. In many ways, it's fantastic that it's getting so much easier for us to talk about mental health. It's not that many years ago that it was something many people felt shameful of, something that we used to whisper about or shy away from, as though mental health was something unspeakable or dangerous. One of the things that we still do get confused about nowadays, though, is terminology. What do we actually mean when we talk about mental health? And where does that fit with phrases like mental health problems, mental illness, well-being and happiness? I think sometimes we get scared about getting the words wrong in case we offend people or make the situation worse for them. Now, for me, it's pretty simple. Like physical health, we all have mental health. We all have good days, and we all have bad days. Some days the good days last a while, and sometimes the bad days last for quite a while. Our mental health, it's not static, it changes all the time. And even though somebody might be very unwell at some point in their life, that doesn't necessarily mean that they will definitely be that way for the rest of their life. When people are experiencing poor mental health, we call those mental health problems. Now, sometimes that's due to everyday things like stress, grief, or struggling with a particularly difficult situation. It's the things that affect us negatively, but also things that we know eventually will pass. Sometimes, though, the problems are more serious, and they're referred to as a mental illness. Now, these problems are more serious, they're persistent, and they can lead to symptoms that have been recognised by the medical profession. They're being given labels, and there are recommended sets of treatments for those symptoms. There are lots of different mental illnesses. Some have only a really mild impact on a person's ability to manage, through to others that can absolutely devastate an individual's life and make it very difficult for them to function day to day.